The time has come. It is the third episode of Pimp or Simp, and I already said it in the last video, this is gonna be a bit of an unfair one. So we might as well call it the Pimp special. Yo bro, I was just reviewing my editor's work for this video and I quickly want to tell you, the first convo in this video is pretty nice, but afterwards there's such gold coming, such solid texting, Instagram closes first line to the last, a guy about this tall smoothly setting up spicy dates on Tinder. Stick around until the end in this video because you're gonna get so much gold and stealable lines. Enjoy! For the first conversation, the guy gave some background information. I guess it is important, let's go over it. Had a 20-minute chat with this girl in a Barcelona bar the night before. We had a mildly flirty roleplay conversation about us being a Pokemon couple, but she was always snoring way too loud and therefore we stopped sleeping together. I was Charmander and she was Squirtle. This sounds like something that would not lead to a hot steamy date, but may time prove me wrong. Fun fact, you'll see one deleted message where I actually cancelled our date with a lame excuse because at that time I was having dinner date and was wrongly convinced that I was going to take my dinner date back to my hotel room. A few minutes after cancelling, my dinner date said she was tired and wanted to go home, so I had to pull out a slick maneuver to uncancel my date with Squirtle. Here comes a WhatsApp conversation. Don't forget that they met in real life the day before, so this is the first text they're exchanging. My sweet Squirtle, I desperately need your help. Massive building on fire. I just sneezed too hard. That's pretty good. Ha 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 ha! Oh my sweet Charmander, you always do that. Crying laughing emoji. I guess we should stop this silly experiment of sleeping apart from each other. Life was better when we were still sleeping together. I'll just buy earplugs to deal with that loud snoring of yours. We should grab a coffee together to discuss our options. Tonight or tomorrow night work for you? That's pretty good. When the vibe was so good in real life, guys, two things. One, don't start all over on text. You can just kind of continue where you left off in the real life interaction. But also don't just straight skip to the date. Bring back these fun things that you talked about. We have this fun Charmander or whatever, Squirtle Pokemon thing going on. Very clever with the photo. She likes it. Then he's teasing her, you know, she was snoring too loud. But life was better when they were together. Let's see if we can still make it work. Very solid start. You're right, we have to discuss about that. Tonight it worked for me. Or tomorrow in the afternoon. Could I know your real name, Charmander? And then there's a 43-second voice note. Big props to you and everyone else using voice notes. When done right, it is an absolute cheat code. And he must have done it right because she goes, ha 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 ha, I'm really sorry, but I'm so bad remembering names. 23, it's okay. Where? Do you have Instagram? Guy gives his Instagram. Where are you staying? I'm near La Rambla. Let's meet at Plaza de Catalunya. Now? I'm in Portal del Angel. Or whatever. Near to Plaza Catalunya. No, we'll meet at 23. You just can't wait, huh? Plaza Catalunya. Okay, but where do you want to go tonight? To an awesome place nearby. It's a surprise. You'll love it. But maybe not coffee or else I won't be able to sleep. And here we have the deleted message that he warned us about. Ignore that. My friend was a bit in a problem, but it's all sorted now. So I'll see you at 23, wear something sexy so we match. That's a very old line, bro, but good to see that people still use that old stuff, I guess. Are you sure? If it's complicated for you, we can meet tomorrow. And you too. By the way, are you closer to Plaza Real? We could also meet there, whichever is easiest for you. Because I just realized it's late and maybe you feel uncomfortable walking alone. Or I can pick you up close to where you stay. What a gentleman. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Never mind, I just read this, so I'll come to Plaza Catalunya. For me, it's better Plaza Catalunya. I live near Arc de Triomphe. Makes me think of like the AliExpress version of the Arc de Triomphe, and it's like a cheap knockoff. No problem, we'll meet you there, my Squirtle. I've got waterproof clothes on, so all will be fine. I'll probably find you swimming in the fountain. Exactly. See you close to the fountain. Little turtle emoji. Can we do 11:15? Awesome to see you're putting in additional effort to make yourself extra sexy for me. I don't think it's required, but I appreciate the effort. So 11:15 is okay, babe. That's pretty nice. Like, what you obviously never do when someone is a bit late is get upset. You hardly know the person. You don't really know what happened. So obviously you don't get upset. Then what you could do is just be dry about it, or the better version what this guy is doing is use it, tease her. It's like, oh, you're putting in some extra work to look fine for me. It's like, all right, I'm already there. And then I guess he's almost there. Good timing. I'm coming. Look for the awesome shine. Spitting fire in movie star center. And then I guess this is the day after or later. My love, don't forget to send me our anniversary pictures. Ah, so I guess there was a cute day with couple selfies. Very nice, very nice. This was pretty good. It was creative. It felt like something between just the two of them. You know, it's not replicable to other people unless this guy goes around clubs all the time pretending to do the squirrel charmander thing. But very nice. As predicted, have your seat at the pimp table. Whoa! What the hell is the formula doing here? Do you guys see this or is it blurred for you? Because this is the exact formula that I use to go on date after date after date. It's the exact formula my clients are using to score date after date after date. And it wasn't supposed to be in this video, but I guess it's here now. There's actually a link down below where you can check out what this is. It's my newest course and it's yours for just $7. I've never made anything this cheap. If you want to have an abundance of dates in your life through dating apps, then check it out. The link is below the video. Let's look at some more conversations. Conversation number 2, and this one is interesting for all the guys on Instagram. This guy said a cute girl added him on Instagram out of the blue. Fun fact, weeks later we found out that I was actually showing up in her Insta suggestions because I had her number in my phone from approaching her during the day. That I never followed up with because I was just too busy at the time. Hashtag luxury problems. Hashtag humble brag. Can you imagine my surprised face when she sent me her first text after I gave her my phone number on Insta and her actual name showed up in my WhatsApp instead of just an unknown phone number? That's pretty good. Alright, Instagram conversation time. Hi, I saw you added me and it sparked my curiosity. Do we know each other? If we do, please accept my apologies for not remembering. And then he sends a photo of Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. This is already a pretty good start, huh? If ever a girl follows you and she seems to be your type or you're interested, you can pretty much steal this template right here. It makes a move, it's polite, and it's funny. And who doesn't like Ben & Jerry's cookie dough? I see that this guy used my signature pink blur. Respect. Ha! She says, here's some ice cream to make up for it. Okay, so I guess this was real time. He's still doing his lines and she's already in there. Now deliver it in the next hour and I really forgive you. Otherwise, no chance. We do not know each other, but your ice cream offer makes me think we should. That's a lovely start. But why cookie dough? Now I'm analyzing you. Ah, another Ben & Jerry's aficionado. Do I pronounce it correctly? I don't know. Sure, but I am judging your very narrow sense of taste, considering the options that exist. Great. Both have shown interest right from the start, but it's not just, oh, I already want you, everything you do is perfect. There is still teasing each other, there is still testing the other person. Nice. Dear, everyone knows that cookie dough is by far the ultimate Ben & Jerry's experience. Here we go. You, sir, obviously have a very underdeveloped palate. Taste palate. Palate. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love this line a lot. And I like that she starts with you, sir, very kind. And then it's a this. Lovely. It can be genetic, so it's not totally your fault. Oh, this girl's good. I love this. Guys, save this line. Whenever someone next says something that you don't really like, you just blame their genetic. You're like, hey, what you're saying is completely wrong, but it's probably genetic, so it might not even be your fault. Lovely. Well, I guess I've always been blaming my parents for literally every oddity that I display to the rest of the world. I guess we can add my cookie dough addiction to that list. She hearts it. Oddity is good. Cookie dough? You can do better. I guess where you lack in imagination in ice cream, you make up in your oddities. I'll consider this going forward. How poetic. I was just pondering how your underappreciation of cookie dough is somewhat compensated by your appreciation of my oddities. So I guess I'll join you in considering this going forward. And I love this. This girl she's kind of roasting him, you know? She's teasing, she's testing, she's putting on the pressure. And he's not just giving her the win, but he's fighting back. He's like, you think I'm wrong, but actually you are wrong. So you say you're forgiving me, but actually I am forgiving you. I like it. If you had a broader taste, I wouldn't have to compensate and you would see me for who I really am. Who knew Ben and Jerry's would limit me like this? Is it just me, or do you guys also see B&G every single time as blowjob rather than Ben and Jerry's? No? Just me? Okay, fine. I have given some other flavors a try, I truly have, but they always left me disappointed and empty. And now, when faced with a choice between trying a new flavor and sticking to my lovely cookie dough, I'm always picking the latter due to this conditioning. Hashtag flavorphobia. And I totally feel this guy. Never change a winning team. What is it about cookie dough that has you so severely conditioned? I must know because you had me at Nutella from your profile and lost me with cookie dough. So I guess the guy has something in his profile about Nutella and it seems to do something well in the convos. I don't know what it is. If you are watching this video, my guy, you can share it in the comments for all our viewers to steal if you feel like it. Can we just point out that this conversation, you can feel it, right? There's attention, there's interest, this is actual flirting, and all they talk about is whether or not Ben and Jerry's cookie dough is a flavor that deserves respect, yes or no. So to all the guys or the guys from previous Pimp or Simp videos that got branded with the Simp stamp, learn from this. You don't need facts, you don't need rational info, you don't need any of that stuff to have a flirty conversation leading towards a date. You can literally just talk about Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. I'd have to verify with my shrink, but I suspect it's all about sweet childhood memories. I can still picture myself in the kitchen with my mom, baking cookies in all sorts and shapes, 50% of the cookie dough ending up in my tummy without ever seeing the oven. I like how this is phrased as if it's very badass, but it's just a kid eating dough. What's your fondest childhood memory that can still make you smile today? Interesting. It's probably a very well-timed question because, you know, it is fun to joke back and forth and tease about the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough for a long time, but not too long time. You need a well-timed topic change, and this is probably the best time to do so. Not only is it a topic change, we're now going from surface level, bantering, teasing to a more serious topic, getting to know each other, going, I would say, 1 layer deeper, but rather 10 layers deeper. And my God, was that the right move? Look at this response. I am finding more and more acceptance in your flavor choice. One of my fondest childhood memories is climbing apple trees and stealing unripe apples from the neighbor's yard, putting them into my tucked-in t-shirt, then running home with a giant belly of apples flopping around as he chased me. Of course, the neighbor was good friends with my father. He knocked on our door, not to complain, only to tell my father to watch for my stomach ache since I will have eaten many sour, unripe apples. But I loved them. My mother had her own garden of vegetables, but we had no apple trees. I was quite resourceful, as you see. Yes, you're a thief, aka resourceful. I also remember picnicking with my family in the summer by the river and eating sardines with homemade bread. To this day, I adore sardines. It's so beautiful, wholesome. If this conversation does not end in a very nice date, then I was gonna say that I quit my job, but I don't want to quit my job, but then I will donate 2K to a good cause. Haha, wow, that's quite a lovely childhood memory. And I love the way you've described it so vividly, almost as if I went back in time watching you do it, you little rascal. 100% agree, this girl has solid game. Not only was the teasing very well done, but the way she describes things so vividly, full of detail, it's almost like you were there, and if you can do this over text, oh, your results will triple. And this is where the guys come in the comments, triple my results, 0 times 3 still 0. I'm betting you were a very adventurous kid back then, always looking for new stuff to explore. We should bake an apple pie someday, with ripe apples though, and, drum rolls, cookies! Baking apple pies and cookies together? I forgive you for all your cookie dough flavor flaws, and I'm in! I'll bring a t-shirt belly full of ripe apples, you bring the cookie dough. Sounds like a marvelous plan. Just make sure my neighbors don't spot your big belly to prevent the rumor train from leaving station. I'm sure you understand I want to keep my spotless reputation as an innocent angel. Impress me with your baking skills and I might even let you in on my pancake party. And here we have a photo of a decently looking pancake with strawberries and blueberries and pecan nuts, which can boost testosterone levels. Whoa, you sent me that and you put me on the spot to impress you. How ungentlemanlike. My version of a pancake is the crepe. I grew up eating them and even more so making them. It's quite the art form, and my elbow flip has been compared to the brushstrokes of Picasso himself. Just saying. And then the guy takes back with this meme. Come check my pancake skills, she said. They're all like Picasso's. Oh, that's pretty good. He put in the effort to find a very misshapen pancake, put the text, send it to her as if like, hey, you're saying you're good at this, but this is what it's gonna look like. And that's the end of the screenshot. Well-deserved seat at the pimp table. Very well done, my guy, and very well done, my girl. You too deserve a seat at the pimp table. Is there a female version of pimp? A pimpus? A pimpa? A pimple? I don't know, but either way, editor, put 2 seats at the pimp table. And last but not least, we have another conversation, and this one is gonna be very interesting for all the guys that kind of struggle with their height, or they feel like they're not tall enough to get the girls. It's in your head, whatever it is. This is a very short guy, absolutely killing it with online dating. And on top of that is just a bunch of nice texts. I briefly went through this one. I'm impressed. Whip out your notebook. Let's have a look. Haha! Name. I want to sleep with you, but... Well, you can sleep with my butt. Oh, there's nothing better than starting a conversation on any sort of dating app and the girl is instantly throwing back the banter. She's instantly adding something. It's not just a hi or a how are you or whatever. Woo! Like we set the bar right at the start of the conversation and now we just have to keep up. Do you have one of those butts that keeps people awake the whole time? Yep. Damn it, I was finally hoping for that girl with a normal butt. Well, no choice but to kick you out of bed when we go to sleep then. Couple things. First of all, I'm not a big fan of conversations going sexual straight from the start, but okay, if the girl brings it up, it's fine to kind of go along, but don't exaggerate it too much because then you're just creepy guy number 1 million in her inbox saying stuff like this. Not that this guy has done it, I think so far we're in the clear. Secondly, I like his quite cocky line. He's like, oh, do you have one of those butts that keeps people awake? And she's like, yes. And he's like, okay, then I'll kick you out after we're done. And the way he put it, it's not too explicit. It's not very violent. It's not like I'm gonna throw you out once I'm done, railing you from behind. It's no, I'm gonna kick you out of bed when we go to sleep. She goes, that's okay, I don't enjoy cuddling that much anyways. By the way, what's a short girl for you? I guess she means short girl. Yesterday I was in a bar and for German standards, I'm not really short, but holy shit, I felt like being surrounded by giants. Nice, the way she describes this. Yep, Dutch men are tall as fuck. Short is anything under 170. Yes, I'm exactly 170. Woo! And I know for a fact that this guy is way shorter than 170. I would say like about 160. Well, then we might have that beer after all. I don't know where the beer comes from. I guess it's something from his profile. I know that he has something in his profile, and this is what you shorter guys have to steal. It's something like bonus points for short girls. Or if you're short, you get bonus points if you're short. Something like that. It's not like it's a smart way to address that you're not super tall yourself and you're not gonna be negative about it. Actually, you turn it into a positive. Hey, if you're short, that's amazing. Well done. Only if you promise not to get me drunk and take advantage of my butt though. And then this little emoji like, ooh, a little bit kawaii. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I'll get you drunk because that seems to happen to everyone who's around me. But I won't take advantage of you. The problem is now I'm 600 kilometers away and Friday is gonna be 1,000. Now that, my friend, is a logistical nightmare. I'm curious to see whether this still turns into a date. Either way, the conversation is going quite well. Well, you run fast when you're drunk. So, what's your plan then? Going to Switzerland. Sounds good. You got too scared of the Dutch giants, or you just like the beer better over there? My family is from Switzerland, and to be honest, Dutch people are just a way taller version of Swiss people. At least both of you often say words with shh, happy smiley. And he goes, we like our I don't really know exactly what she means. I'm not Dutch, but I'm surrounded by Dutch people, but I don't know exactly what they mean with the shh.
It's the Dutch sound that is usually written as G or CH. I am, of course, talking about the sound.
I'm actually headed to Sicily Thursday. Not to any Italian mafia family though, with this crooked mouth, as if it would be very nice to have Italian mafia family. I do not know. Nice, how is it? And yes, you like them for sure. I'm always surprised your throat doesn't hurt. For every Dutch person, it's a long, grueling training, but our throats are very well trained by the time we get to Tinder. So to not disappoint cute German girls when we meet them. Sicily was dope as fuck though, traveled about 1,000 kilometers in 1.5 weeks. Okay, wait, I see there is a 2-week gap here. The guy left her on red for 2 weeks and now he came back. Maybe because he was traveling in Italy without a phone, maybe because she was far away. Who knows? Wow, that sounds amazing. Glad to hear you enjoyed your time. Hey! What about texting on WhatsApp? I know you live far away, but I guess it would be fun to meet once, and to be honest, I'll forget it while using Tinder. My guys, it looks like this huge logistical gap is going to turn into a cute romantic date after all. I like the way you're asking my number here, very smooth. Cool, why not? I guess I could show you my favorite city in the Netherlands. Utrecht. But only if you promise to be as cute as your pics though. And she replies to this text. Yep, I'm pretty good in those things you wouldn't believe. At the end, you may even think you asked for my number. Haha, I swear I am. But right now, I'm looking a bit like a summer version of Barbie. Haha, Tinder champ, name. Well, I love summer, so that's a good thing. Here's my number. And then the number. Pretty fun conversation, started quite sexual, but he never went over the top with the sexual stuff. They kept it under control. There was fun banter back and forth. He incorporated him being very short in a cool way. She seemed to be fine with it. And even though there was a 1,000-kilometer distance between the two of them, looks like this Tinder conversation was interesting enough to then, when they both got back from their travels, still go for a date. Hell yes! Have another seat at the pimp table. The girl can have one as well. We're very generous today. That's 5 people at the pimp table. Bonus conversation! Let's do one more conversation by the same guy at the end. It's pretty clear it is the same guy because he uses the same opener. Here we go. Name. I want to sleep with you, but I also want to eat pizza with you. Cute smiley. Okay, so this is clearly his go-to line. You already know my take on these copy-paste lines. I'm not the biggest fan. That being said, if you don't really have a lot of time and you do get plenty of matches, I'm sure you can just copy-paste some lines, lose a whole bunch of girls and still get some dates out of it. It seems to be working for him. Feel free to try these lines yourself. You're a free man or woman. Very good. I don't want to sleep with you because I don't know you yet. You feel me? One very interesting thing about this line is that although it is very sexual from the start, which I generally disapprove of or I would never recommend to my clients, it does filter very hard, and it seems like this guy always using this line, and from the earlier conversation we saw, that's what he's looking for, these more adventurous, maybe one-night stand type of girls. So if that works for him and that's what he wants, by all means, and this seems like the right strategy. That being said, again, he's not like, hey, let's have a one-night stand, let's bang. No, it's like, I want to sleep with you. It's the more polite version. Anyway, he goes, I do feel you. So before we do get to know each other, how tall are you? Again, he's bringing this up because he's very short. He doesn't want to massively disappoint anyone showing up to the date, expecting to date a NBA basketball player, and then it's actually some sort of Frodo. With all respect to my guy, he's a pretty dope dude. 5'3". I'm little. And he's just like +1 for you. That's pretty cool. But why is this a prerequisite? Obviously, it's a kink. Would this kink be something you couldn't handle? Yes, absolutely. However, if your intentions are just to sleep with me, then I'll have to politely decline. Second time this girl's bringing this up, like, hey, I'm not looking for a one-night stand, I actually want to get to know people. So let's see how my guy responds to this. I'll be honest. Would I have sex with you? Probably yeah, because from your photos you look really sexy. Do I expect us to jump into bed without knowing you? Not really, so no pressure really. Also, it's not really a kink. I'm just short too, so I prefer smaller. Thanks for breaking that down. So would you like to grab a coffee sometime? That took a quick 180. So it seems like him saying like, would I sleep with you? Yes. Do I want to just sleep with anyone without knowing them first and seeing if we're a match? No. That seemed to be all she really wanted to hear. And now she is asking him out to grab a coffee and see if there's any chemistry. So this is like 2 screenshots going from hi to a date. pretty smooth. Some filtering has been done. I'm actually very curious to know what this date would have been like, but I do not know. Short guys, take notes. This is how you deal with this. Work it into your bio, work it into your conversations, own it. Don't be embarrassed about being small. There's nothing you can do about it anyway, besides wearing buffaloes, which are atrocious, but some people actually wear. This guy gets a seat at the pimp table, so this pimp special has 6 people dining together and 0 people at the simp table. What a lovely episode this was. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like if you would like to support me. I will see you in episode number 4 or whichever video you're gonna watch afterwards. I love you.
Baby, why can't you sleep?